Is there no one who can stand up to the might of Scourge? I challenge you. Come then, meet your defeat. Scourge, transform!
Everyone, and welcome to Review Time. I am your host, Iceland, and this is not your host. This is my proud position from eBay. I got this from the Pharaoh 1, of course. You know I was going to say it. And now, where did I put the Cyberplanet key? There it is. Now, I got this guy because recently I've been watching Transformers Cybertron because I wanted to complete my knowledge of American Transformers Dome. So I finished watching. I've watched every single episode of every American series aside from Prime, from TF Prime. So in this, he is the leader of the Beast Planet, and he's pretty much a douchebag, who spends pretty much the entire series until just about the end trying to get revenge on Optimus Prime and Leo Breaker for defeating him. And now the original colors were red with some, like yellow, like flame colors. He turned into a red flame, three-headed dragon thing. So, and I just spoiled one of the gimmicks. So now until I watched Cybertron, I really never had a desire for this guy. But I've also been on a beast former kick lately. So in this mode, he is a dragon, and he actually spends most of the time as a robot and then transforms into this mode as this being his more powerful mode, where most of the robots transform into like their vehicle modes but then transform into their robot modes to become more powerful. So yeah, so let's just move on. Well, this isn't a repaint. He's an homage to G1 Scourge and apparently somebody named Cryotech, which I honestly do not know who that is. So I need to look that up because my knowledge is now incomplete. Thank you, Max Linden. So, but he's pretty cool. He is pretty cool. His mouth opens. His head doesn't move too much. It moves up and down a bit. Let's move it closer while I do this. So it moves up and down. You can see the great detail. Let me turn my viewfinder up. There we go. Lots and lots of nice detail, even in the mouth. Pretty nice. He teams up with the Decepticons, though I don't remember if he ever gets a Decepticon stamp. But in Japan, he's called Flame Convoy. Well, the original was called Flame Convoy. And every holder of the Cyberplanet key from each planet, like the Speed Planet, that guy, it's a guy, not a girl. Instead of Override, he is named Nitro Convoy. On Earth, evac is called Live Convoy. Metroplex on the giant planet is called Megalo Convoy, and his colors aren't really Metroplexy. He is, to be honest with you, he's got more Fort Max colors. Cybertron Metroplex does. So now back onto articulation. If you wanted to, you could move the neck, but then that kind of pushes in this part. And I got kind of a funny story behind this, but you can rotate the legs 350, 360 I mean, rotate these out. If you wanted to, you could have him with his spikes out like this, so that he looks like that, which actually, that actually looks pretty cool. Like if there were other dragons of his species, I would think that this would be a way that they would use to try to intimidate one another, to make themselves look bigger. So yeah, articulation there. The claws even move a little bit, and they're translucent blue. Let's see if I can somehow capture that. It's pretty nice. Translucent blue. He's got the back ankle there, knee there. Rotates again all the way around, if not for here. His tail, you can bend his tail down and up, but it looks kind of funny. So we'll not do that. And of course, he has electronics. He makes roaring noises and stuff, but I gotta either put the batteries in or change the batteries. No biggie, because I usually take the batteries out anyway. Take the Cyber Planet key, and I finally got a green one. All the Jungle Planet keys I've got are like blue or something, because they came with the Leo Prime remotes. Take that, stick it in there, and let's see if I'm gonna get it done right. Come on, push it in, and he gets two more heads. I mean, and let's show. They're nicely detailed. I would have liked the eyes to have been painted. I mean, they're whoops, sorry. Let's go like this. See if I can get the light in there so you could see that. Let's see. Can I get the light in there? So you can see that he has like the dragon slit eyes molded in there. I mean, there's lots of detail molded in. It's just too bad it's not painted. But yeah, and you can make him talk if you push on the head. It's weird, because usually you would like lower this. If you pushed on the head, it would make the top go up more and open, not go down. But yeah, you can straighten out the heads more if you want to. He is now a Hydra. I don't know if you can chop one head off and have another one pop up, but he is a Hydra now. Three-headed dragon. You can bend him down more if you wanted to, but now he's gonna shoot fire at his feet. Or ice? I don't know. I don't know what he shoots in this. And I got this without with just the instructions, the cyber key, and without the package, which is fine. I knew that's how I was gonna get it. So anybody looking and saying, "Oh, that sucks," well, no, it doesn't. Not for me. I end up having to throw the boxes out anyway, so this is perfect. So yeah, on to transformation. And let's move this out some. There we go. And okay, the first thing you want to do is unplug his tail. And you're going to take it and flip the whole thing all the way over like this, and usually that'll make the spike come out. Sometimes the spike will still be here, and you just have to. And then he's got his spiky club thing where it has blue green translucent. It looks nice. It looks like. I'm not one for translucent pieces, but on this figure for some reason it works really well. So we're gonna take the dragon heads and fold them back up, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here and straighten out his legs. Straighten them out. I mean, you can keep him dragon stance. I think in the show he stayed dragon stance, but he stands better if you don't. So we're gonna hold on 1 second. yeah, so you splay out his legs. It's a pretty good transformation, to be honest with you. So you get that part. Now we're gonna go to the top part. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take his hands, his claws, and push them down, like they'll be like this. And you're gonna take them and then you're gonna swivel them this way, and that'll give you clearance to come over here and pop these up. And then you just keep pushing and it will bring out, let me bring this closer. See, you move this down and that gives you clearance, so you could just come in here and, whoops, I'm trying to do this so you can see it. Pop that up and push on the claws, and that will bring the hand to a point where you can finish pulling out. You can get it to where you can do that. Close this up, and that's one hand done. Do the same thing here. Push it down so you can go like that. Flip that out. Hand straight like that. And then you bring these like that to the side. Oh, I forgot about the feet. One more thing with the feet. You see the toe here? Toe claw, the back one, push it, and that will bring out a heel. So there. Now, a lot of people say heel spurs, and I used to, but you know what a heel spur is? This would be considered a heel spur. If you were on a horse, there'd be a little star sticking out the back of your, if you were a cowboy on TV, there'd be a star sticking out. And what you would do is you would kick the horse like this, and the star would poke the horse in the ribs, and that would get the horse moving. That's actually kind of mean now that I think about it, but that's what spurs were for. So he has heels, not heel spurs. Sorry to anybody who feels slighted that I made that correction. Alright, so now you take this part right here. Take this part right here, and you're going to bring it down like this, tuck that part down, and tuck it in like that. And you didn't see what I did. Alright. Hazards of transforming in. Alright, so this was out like this. Was up like this. You take it, and you pull this down, fold that up, fold that up. And then you take the head, which now we're going to raise up the camera again. You take the head and you push it forward all the way down so it's in that crevice. And before we do anything else, I forgot to do this part. We're going to take this part here and we're going to collapse it in. Like the leg part for the dragon mode is extended. And you're going to push it in like that. So, legs extendo. It's actually the waist that's extending, but, and then you just collapse it in. All right, so that's that. And the last part is that you come over here. There's a little tab here. You push down on the tab, pull out the head, turn the head all the way around, and there you have Scourge, who's now too short for the picture. So, there you go. There you have Scourge. So there you have him, and he's pretty neat and nifty, and he's fairly posable. Now, when I first transformed him into a robot, when he came, he had his thing folded like that. So I folded it down, put that down, and I'm like, hey, that looks like it opens up. And I'm like, okay, this opens up, and what does it do? And I said, well, now that looks really bizarre. So, and it wasn't until yesterday that I figured out that when the neck is up like this, you fold everything out like that, and it covers up most of the compression there. It wasn't like that when I got it. It was like this. So, yeah. So, but anyway, I forgot to show this. There's turbines on the bottom of his neck. Look at that. turbines. I didn't even realize that. Turbines on the bottom of his neck. That's awesome. So anyway, so now you have Flame Convoy, Cryo Scourge, sorry, in his robot mode. And he's pretty cool. He's got nifty articulation. His head does do a 360. I don't feel like doing it because it's really stiff. But it, it does. You can 360 his arms. They rotate 360 at the elbows. Unfortunately, the hand doesn't rotate. So, yeah, he's always giving somebody an uppercut if you want to bend it. But same thing over here. You can have him look up if you want to by pushing his head in a little bit. And he can look kind of down at the back of his dragon head. Let's turn this way so you can see. Legs would be able to do a 360 if all this other stuff wasn't in the way. It's on a sort of a clicky joint and it goes in and out a little bit. Rotates at the ankle. Bends at the knee, bends at the ankle. The toes don't bend, but you can still get a good range of posability. Now the tail is now a club, which he can hold in his hand, which you can have him hold it in his hand sort of like this. That's how I like to do it. I like to have him in his hand like this and just have him like pose like he's some kind of, like he's not going to fall over. I usually have this done better. So have him like he's just getting ready or threatening you or whatever. You can have it raised if you want to. Yeah, you can have it raised in the air. Unfortunately, there's not much you can do because of the way the thing is. If you go like this, but then it looks kind of odd, so, and yeah, like that, but, so, it's okay. And if you want to give it a more dynamic look, you can have the shoulders slightly back, which give it, that I'm gonna knock over picture look. Let me get that out of here before my sister finds out and kills me. But yeah, he's a pretty nice figure. He is. I'm going to eventually get the regular one, and I might even get the Universe Bruticus, which is the same one but with a kind of a weird repaint, whatever the reason. But yeah, and if you wanted to, you could tuck the head. Oh, before I do that, let me forget about fan modes or whatever, and Cyberplanet key. Stick it in the slot down here, which is now his backside. It's kind of odd how a lot of this is the second Beast figure I've got where the Cyberplanet key ended up being in an inappropriate spot. But anyway, so you push it in and you push it in and there we go. And then you can have the heads come out. When he's in robot mode and he gets really pissed off, he does his Cyberplanet key thing and then makes the dragon heads come out, which fire, which burns. It burns the enemy, but it doesn't burn them to a crisp. It just burns them enough to incapacitate them somewhat so that Scourge could smack them with that, I guess. I forget how. So, but yeah. So now if you wanted to, let's get this out of here. Put this back down. If you wanted to, you could actually display him as a sort of a humanoid dragon. If that be your fancy. Just put the head back in where it was before. Just raise this up a little bit. And then you put this in here, like so. And now you have a humanoid dragon. So, and the dimensions are up to you. If you feel like it, you could pull the legs and waist down some, like this, and give them some real height. Could do that. No, he's too big. You could do that. If you wanted to, you could actually tuck these in. And then he'd be like that, which is okay, but then, you know, can't hold nothing. So, I'll just pop the panel off. So, for some reason, this panel likes to pop off. And there we go. Just leave it like that. And he's got claws where he can rake you. I was going to say rake you. So, I mean, you could do that, and you could have the extra dragon head splay out too if you'd like to. Just getting them over here is a little bit of a pain because this wasn't meant for the big head to be out. But you can still do the three-headed dragon motif if you want to. See? And focus. So, but yeah, this is a really excellent figure. I passed him up because I honestly didn't like Cybertron originally. And I'm not going to lie to you, it took a while to get to some episodes that were actually pretty good, enough for me to keep watching the show and then want to watch it. I went through, it was horrible. The first few episodes were worse than Energon, but then it got better. And I'm so happy I stuck it out and watched the whole thing. And along the way, I found that characters that I didn't like anymore, I wanted to get. Like this guy. So, and Megatron, believe it or not. Oh, I forgot to collapse that down. And Megatron. Whoops, okay. So, let me see. Deluxe size figure. Do I have a deluxe size figure? No, I actually don't. I have a legend size figure. Excuse me. I've got this guy figure in dragon mode. Yeah, I'm starting to see a motif here. So there's that. And let's see, something that everybody has. How about a DVD case? So you can see, standing right next to the DVD case, how tall he is. So that's about it. That's about it. Should you go out and get this character? Well, I'm going to rate him. He's going to get a 9.5 out of 10. The only reason that I can think of that he's not going to get a 10 is, really, to be honest with you, it's that his hands don't rotate. The elbows rotate, but the hands don't. And unfortunately, the way they rotate, if they rotated below the elbow, that wouldn't be such a big problem, because then you'd be able to have the thing here, but no, he's always going to have this uppercut look there. So, yeah, so that's the only reason why he's not going to get a perfect 10, to be honest with you. This is one of those figures that could be a perfect 10. Oh, the other reason that I'm not going to give it a perfect 10 is, if you look behind the head there, you can see where this was attached to the sprues. And again, Hasbro, come on. So, and there's a little bit of sloppy paint over there, but I don't really care, because to be honest with you, this figure is still gorgeous. It is still gorgeous, and the colors really work for this figure, and I don't know why I like the colors so much. I originally thought this was an even worse idea than having a dragon, an ice dragon, because, you know, you think of dragons, you think of flame and fire and all that. So, you know, and watching the show was really nice. Really, really really cool at towards the end. He, I'm gonna spoil it for you. He gets a change of heart. He becomes part of the good guys, and the humans. Well, you know what? The humans are actually, they're not so annoying here. I mean, they are to a point, but then they actually show some real logical usefulness. Like, Cody is somehow a super genius mechanic, and that actually plays out in quite a few episodes where Transformers need to be fixed, and I guess Red Alert doesn't know how to fix them too well or whatever, or needs help. Where they need adjustments that, because he thinks like a human and thinks outside of the box. So he has a little bit of an insight and ideas that the Transformers wouldn't. The girl, at first she's just annoying because of her sassy, annoying, I gotta be the strong woman, so I'm going to be a pain in the butt kind of thing. Women, you don't need to be annoying and obnoxious to be a strong woman, to be honest with you. Alright? Don't listen to what TV and cartoons tell you. That is not a strong woman. That is a female dog. That is a BIT, you know what. Okay? So yeah. So that's pretty much it. The humans, I think I like the humans the best in this series than any other series, to be honest with you. Each one of them had something to contribute at some point. And it wasn't, totally retarded. It fit. So yeah, that's it. So should you get this figure? Abso-stinkin-lutely. And that's that. There's nothing else to say. So I say, oh wait, before I forget, the Pharaoh 1 has a Facebook page, and yeah, I'm gonna whore him out. Let me get it up so I can give you the proper. There we go. So when you go on Facebook, look him up. Some of you already buy stuff from the Pharaoh, but go on Facebook. What you're going to do is you're going to go into that little search box there and type in Beast Wars King, and it'll be in parentheses, it'll say online toy store right afterwards. Beast Wars, and then King is all capitals. And that would be the Pharaoh. That's the guy I got this figure from, and a lot of this figure and this figure. Matter of fact, all the figures you see here I got from him. I got him at a price I thought was really good. And shipping was really fast. He mailed them out. Like I ordered them Thursday morning, like about 1 o'clock in the morning. I usually make my order, and I usually get a notice sometime around 10 o'clock or so that between 10 and 1 o'clock or 10 and 2 o'clock that he's mailed the figures, and it's still the same day. So. But that's how I do it. I mean, if you do it, he might end up having to do it the next day, depending how late you do it. But he doesn't sit on the figures for 3 and 4 days. As when you make the order, as soon as he can, he gets them out to you. So for me, it's basically the same day. All right. So yeah. So if you're wondering how come I keep giving this guy props, because he gives good service. He does. This is great service to me, and I believe that great service should be rewarded. I like shopping at his store. He's very friendly. He's very appreciative of when you do a good transaction. And I've been propping him. He didn't ask me to do this. I do this on my own, and he's always very gracious and grateful that I do it. And I'm not getting anything for it, guys. I'm not getting a discount. I'm not getting special treatment. If I get any kind of special treatment, it's for my purchases and my transactions. Because as soon as I make my bid, I pay it off right away. And he gives good service, I give good feedback. And that's how it should be. So, yeah. that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm not getting compensated in any way for doing these videos. I'm not. I'm doing these videos and I'm giving them to him to use on his page. I'm giving him links, and he's got permission. Any video that I have, especially one that he's mentioned in, he's got permission forever to post it wherever he wants to, for free. I expect nothing from it. As a matter of fact, and I hope he doesn't get mad at me for saying this, but he originally was going to give me a little something. I don't know what it was, but I told him no, that's not necessary. Just keep doing the good customer service, and I will keep doing good reviews on the products and giving you props. You know, I mean, and that just showed gratitude right there. He was just trying to show gratitude. He wasn't trying to buy me off or anything. I mean, I'm sorry, that's good customer service. You don't find that very often, if at all. So, sorry for the long rant. I know I've been doing that lately on my soapbox preaching. But, yeah, good figures. Get them. And the Pharaoh's a good seller. He'll take care of you. So, just go visit the Pharaoh. If you want, mention my name. It's always nice to see that somebody went because they, they said, hey, this guy said you were good. I'm going to try it out. And, I like it. I've already had one friend say that. I saw my name and I was like, woohoo! It made me feel good that somebody actually listened to me. So, I mean, if you do, and I know some of you already shop with him, cool beans, thumbs up. Check out his YouTube channel. Link will be down there somewhere. Good Morning Cybertron, the episode is up. Go check that out. Check out my buddy Blunghole. He's been putting up some reviews, and he's a really good reviewer. He's one of my favorite reviewers, if not my favorite. Yeah, so check him out. Blunghole, the Tapeworm of Unicron, if you haven't. He's got some really good reviews. He reviews, a lot of his stuff is knockoffs, and that's fine. But he reviewed this figure before I did, a long time before I did. He's awesome. Awesome fellow. Please go and check him out. If you like him, then subscribe. If you don't like him, just go about your own way. Ain't no need to try to troll or anything like that. Everybody has their own taste. So, that's it. I'm done. My soapbox is put away. So, get the figure. This figure's actually pretty good too. Get him too. And this figure, you'll find out soon enough if he's good or not. Yes. Excellent.